Hello, everyone. Hola. Hi, everyone. Hello, hola. For all my English-speaking friends, gonna have to learn Spanish. For all my Spanish-speaking friends, you're gonna have to learn English. Van a tener que aprender español y inglés, los dos, porque voy a estar traduciendo todo el día. I hope it's okay that I'm translating. I have a lot of Spanish friends that have come to see me today. Lo voy a traducir en 2 idiomas, lo más que pueda, como pueda. Ok. Entonces means so. Hello, everyone. It's Karen here, and I'm really excited you're all here. We are going to make these ATCs. Vamos a crear estos ATCs desde cero. So basically from scratch, I'm going to show you how to make these. I think I'm going to get confused when having to translate back and forth. I don't know what I'm going to do. I get very confused when I do that. Si me confundo, se me olvida decirles algo, por favor vayan y me avisan, okay? Okay. Let's start with what is an ATC, artist trading cards. We spoke about them last time if you guys were there. I'm sure most of you know, I don't need to go over it too much, but an ATC, it's called an artist trading card, and it's a little card that you make as an artist. And basically you can trade them with friends from around the world. It has to be 2.5 by 3.5 inches, and it has to be traded, cannot be sold, and it can be on any surface. Mine were created with these watercolor papers. El ATC, Artist Trading Card, es una tarjetita de artistas que uno se puede intercambiar entre otros artistas. Es de 2.5 a 3.5 pulgadas de ancho y largo. Y se puede hacer en cualquier superficie. Ustedes vieron la de Chris hoy en la mañana. So I want to say that a lot of people got confused about what type of surface can be used for these, and you can use any surface. For example, you can use playing cards. Pueden utilizar cualquier tipo de superficie, hasta se puede utilizar cartas de jugar. Okay? You can use cardboard, you can use watercolor paper, anything thick. So you can even cut out a carton of cereal. Pueden cortar un papel de cereal, o sea, una caja de cereal y cortarle y hacerle las tarjetitas. Okay. Now, voy a mostrarles. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do today. Oh my God, I'm going to get so confused. Are you guys okay? You know what? I might have to speak in English. Nuneka, are you okay translating? I'm going to get all tongue-tied and very confused if I have to do both languages. So Nuneka will translate, okay? Nuneka va a traducirles porque me va a confundir completamente y no voy a poder concentrarme. Así que si está bien, pregúntenle algo. Si hay algo que quieren que les traduzca, por favor avisen, pero lo voy a hacer en inglés, okay? Okay, Nuneka is going to translate because I'm going to get all confused. Okay, so I've already done the first step because you need to let this dry. What I did is I added some textured crackle paste. Textura craquelada, okay? There's 2 different kinds that are on the market. This one that I like. This is the texture paste by Finnabair from Prima Marketing. It's a white crackle. I'm not sure if this one is actually available on the market at the moment, but it might be. And this one is the new one from Holtz. It's the crackle paste from Holtz. Okay, I'm gonna prepare these 3, but for another time. I just want to show you how I did them for these. Now, just so you know, these cards, there's different types of playing cards. So some of them are actually thinner. So just make sure you measure that these are 2.5 by 3.5. But as I said last time, there is no ATC police. It's not really such a big deal, but just saying. Oh, something really important before I start this. Sorry, I forgot to say, and I want to show you. This is my phone, and this is the Instagram. I am actually part of Nuneka's and Aditi's group. It's called Nomadic Soul Diaries. And you can find them on Instagram. That's the hashtag Nomadic Soul Diaries. And this month, there's a challenge. Every month is a challenge, and you can win lots and lots of prizes if you play along. And this month, it is about creating ATCs or cards using this palette, which I used on the thing. And I'll show you here. So create a new project with all the board elements. Follow all the, when it tells you what to do, okay? I'm not going to tell you. And it's called Add Nomadic Soul Diaries, okay? And you can link the project to that, and it tells you all the instructions of what to do. What I need to do is I had to use cracks. I had to make an ATC or a card. I had to use at least 3 colors of this palette, and I needed to get inspired by this quote, which is creative people color outside the lines. Okay, so those are the 3 things. Go check it out. You can win prizes. Along with that, and I want to show you, please get inspired by this. If you have any, okay, hold on. If you have any Joggles products, whether it's my foam stamps or anything like that, go play in their challenge. She gives away 3 gift cards every single month, and it's really easy. All you have to do for this challenge is just to use the word kind. So I mean, do something with the kindness, and just use at least one product from Joggles. So if you have that, go play. You can win like great prizes. You can win great prizes in Nomadic Soul Diaries, and you can win great prizes in this one. Okay, I've told you everything. I think, Nuneka, if I forgot something, please let me know. And yeah, oh, and there is the Nomadic Soul Diaries. Susan just posted the link, so if you want to follow it. And the Joggles, follow also joggles.com. I mean, not .com, like the Joggles Instagram, and you can see every time they post. Every month there is a yes, Marcy, it's on Instagram. Both Nomadic Soul Diaries challenge and the Joggles challenge are on Instagram, and you can win prizes. It's really worth it. I don't know why nobody plays that much, but I think like now you guys gonna see that it's really worth playing, because you're gonna win a lot of really good prizes. Anyways, getting back to this. So I'm going to show you what I did, and I'm going to show you the background. But the most important thing to know, is that Crackle paste needs to air dry. Es muy importante de saber que la pasta craquelada tiene que secarse al aire libre. No se puede secar con un secador. You can't dry it with a dryer. I mean, you can, but you're not going to get the crackles as much. So that's the only thing. So it's not worth it to use. I mean, it's hard to use in a class or something like that, because it takes so long to dry. You really want to get those really good crackles. Now, to show you what I mean, I want to show you some. Oh, here. Oh, let's see. So if you look here, hold on. Can I get the, okay. Can you see there? There are some really large crackles and some small crackles, okay? The large crackles get formed when you put very thick paste. The thinner, smaller crackles happen when you put thinner paste, okay? Just so you know. So if you're applying it, you know. Now I'm going to put some on this playing card. You can go to a casino and buy playing cards. Sometimes they even give them to you for free. So if you're in Vegas or anything like that, they mark them so you can't like use them for anything else, okay? So I'm just adding it. I'm not adding it in any bad way, just basically like very thinly. And I just don't care. There's no rhyme or reason. La estoy poniendo como quiera, como le dé la gana, que yo siempre digo eso. No lo estoy poniendo de ninguna manera específica. The last one I'm going to show you is like with the other crackle paste, just so I can show you how it looks. I'm going to use the second one. Oh, I think it dried up a little bit. Hold on. So I encourage you to play with the different challenges each month. Oh, my crackle paste dried. The Finnabair one, I've had it for so long, it dried. But I'm just going to show you anyways, okay? It's a little bit dry, but it still works. It will still crack, okay? So I'm just putting it in the background and just covering it up. Now, these I'm going to dry up. And that, yeah, you can't leave the house. You can't go to Vegas. I don't mean right now. I just mean like in general, you can probably get cards for free from Vegas. You're right. You cannot leave the house right now. I'm just saying maybe you have some lying around and next time you can buy yourself new cards. Okay, so I put those in. I pre-did these just so you guys know that I did them. I'm going to make 3 cards and they're all going to be the same because when you make ATCs, you tend to make them similar from the same set. Crackle, does Crackle Paint work the same way? I've never used Crackle Paint. What is Crackle Paint? I've only used Crackle Paste. I've never actually used Crackle Paint. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry about that. But I assume that it would. It probably has something that does. I'm not sure. Sorry, Barbara. What brand makes Crackle Paint? I've never heard of Crackle Paint. And maybe if somebody knows about that, can answer the question. Okay. So now I go back to my palette. So this is the palette. It had a few greens, different greens, and it also had this really nice, like earthy tone. And that is nice. So what I did is I figured I would go through my whole room and I wanted to find things that would work. Now, that took a while to look for things that were in those tones. Sometimes it's, oh, the Crackle Paints from Ranger. The ones, it was still kind of like a paste. You mean the ones that Tim Holtz used to have? I think you're right. I think the Crackle Paint, yeah, I think it's the same thing. It works the same way. The Crackle Paint is very thick. So yeah, I think so, but I'm not 100%. Okay, so let me go back to this. So I found this peeled paint, Distress Stain, and I found it in a dabber. However, they don't make it in a dabber anymore, believe it or not. They only make it in spray, which is okay. So I linked the one with the spray, which Susan will share with you soon. And you can, I did it like this and just basically covered everything. But if you buy the spray, all you do is you just basically spray everything. Okay, so I'm just covering. And any green spray would work, okay? So I really went to dig for stuff. I am not a Lindy's girl the way Nuneka is, okay, at all. I've not worked with Lindy as much as she has, but I do have some Lindy's, and I did dig 2 of them, and I have a feeling that they're old. I mean, I did find this one. It's called Cement Green. And the point with it is that why I know they're old is because this is still called Lindy's Stamp Gang. And now they changed their name to Lindy's Gang. So no more stamp in the name. So I know that they're old. So I've had them for many, many years. So yeah, so that's how I know things are old, that I dug them from my stash. So I encourage you to basically dig into your stash. Busquen en sus gavetas cosas para hacer. No necesitan tener nada nuevo. Estas yo las encontré, son viejísimas, son de 10 años ya, pero las utilizo igualmente. These are probably about 10 years old, and I'm still using them. So to tell you the truth, spraying would probably be better just because the crackle gets like, it's very fragile. So I had to be careful when I'm using the crackle. So now you see how cool that looks. Look at the crackle on this. Miren el craquelado. La pasta de craquelar hay 2. Está la de Finnabair y the Crackle Paste, y está la de Tim Holtz. Susan, can you put the Tim Holtz Crackle Paste? It's the one I have that I posted just to show. Okay. I also used a little bit of this one. This is, as I said, it's called Cement Green. It's Lindy's. And I just basically went like this. And the last one is this color. Oh, this is called Winter Jasmine Gold. I don't even think they have it anymore, but any gold would work. Okay, that's it. Eso es todo. That's all I did to the background. Okay, eso es todo. I'm going to let this dry, okay? Le voy a dejar que se seque esto todo. Okay, now I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to show you something else. I like to collect a lot of metals. Me gusta colectar metales. I get them in different ways. And on the description box and the description link, I put a lot of different types of metals that you can buy in Amazon. You can buy in the different stores. And you can also buy these on eBay. One day when AliExpress opens up, you can probably buy these. I do not encourage people buying things that are replicas, but these are like things that are like, you know, like very cheap filigrees. Please don't, like, I don't encourage people buying at AliExpress from any different, from like, you know, when they replicate like other things. That's not something that I like. I like supporting artists and crafters. So, but I just like having a little bit of metals. And these are cheap, okay? You can also buy other ones like that are a little bit more expensive, like the Prima ones or Tim Holtz. There's different ones. And I've put links to lots of them. You don't have to share all of them. It's okay. There's so many of them. You can look under the description area. Okay, so I'm making 3. So I have 3 of these. And I have 3 of this butterflies. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Okay, so well, let me show you what I'm going to do with these. So I know Lindy's and many other companies have really nice embossing powders. I don't have every single embossing powder. I know Tim just came out with really nice embossing powder. But what I like doing is I like, I have 2 that I brought. These are from Seth Apter. They're from Emerald Creek, and I have the links there. And they are, one is called Desert and one is called Deep Sea, okay? And I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. So hold on one sec, actually. I have to get a paper towel. Okay. So as I said, any type of metals work. I left lots of links there for those of you who are in Europe, it's different. You guys have to find other places, right? But in this case, it's fine. So I'm going to put them here so I can spray them. Now, I don't know if you saw, I know Tim Holtz showed this technique last time where you can emboss with anything, with basically anything. You can even emboss with water. And in this case, I'm going to emboss with some spray. So what I did is I actually took this. This is a distress stain spray. You can probably do with the Lindy's as well, but this one was a little bit thicker and it was easier to emboss with. And what I did is, let me put this aside for a second, is I literally just sprayed a little bit in some places. I didn't want it all embossed because I want some of the original metal to appear. Okay. Oops, that was not what I meant. And now I am going to, hold on, how did I do this? I don't remember how I added all this stuff. Oh yeah, I sprayed and then I did one at a time. So what I did is I added the desert first on top. And I'm going to move it as I go. Yeah, so this is what I did. I couldn't remember. Okay, so you see how it's not embossing everywhere, okay? It's only embossing in some areas. Wherever I put the spray. Okay, that's one. Let's do, I'm doing them all at once, but I actually did them one by one, but just because I want to save time. Does that make sense? So I'm just getting a little bit of it on it. Let's put the, you can dip it too. Okay. And you can also dip this one. Okay, and the last one. Okay. Oopsie. Okay, and for, hold on, let me put this back and I'll show you what I mean. And what is this? Okay, how many times do I screw up with embossing powder and it goes everywhere? Happens to me all the time. Okay, now I want to just show you that with the deep sea, I'm going to do a couple things. First, I took just a little bit with a little spoon. Hold on. And I just, before I melt it, I'm just going to add a little bit on it. It's just to add those colors. It looks like a deep sea, looks blue, but it actually almost dries like a dark black almost. Oops. So just to kind of add in the different areas. And now I'm going to dry them. Okay. So, okay, there we go. Thank you. Gracias, Nuneca, por traducir. So much easier when she's translating for me and I don't have to like translate. I mean, I can translate, but I get confused and I feel like the video will take too long to go back and forth between things. Okay, now I'm just going to melt these. Now I should be using an embossing spray, embossing one, but I'm just using this because I'm being lazy. So I like the baked texture is actually very texturized embossing powder. So that's basically the thing. What's horrible? Oh, you knocked your embossing powder off the table. Oh my God. I have some if you want. So what I like about these is that they're very highly textured. So it's nice. They make a really nice texture in the background. And you see it's basically bubbling up. Now, once this is done, I'm going to put them aside. Do not touch them right after. Can you imagine? Oh, and what I did, another thing that I did is while it was wet, I just kind of sprayed them a little bit more. Oh, no, that was a mistake. I should have done it after. Okay, never mind. Okay, we'll just melt through. You know, I meant to do this after. No quería ponerlo ahora, quería primero que se derritan, pero se me olvidó. It's okay. I'll just put a little bit more spray. I think I sprayed afterwards. Oops. Hi, Janelle. So glad that you came. Okay, so I'm just almost finished melting these. And I'm going to put them aside. And you can see, except for this one that I screwed up on, everything else is like melting nicely. Yeah. Don't, this is metal. You're going to burn yourself if you don't, actually. And don't worry, I've done it before. It's not like I have never burnt myself. I definitely have burnt myself. But I want to show you something else that I did in the meantime. Okie dokie. I think they're melted. So now I'm just going to just kind of, because it goes over there. Okay, that's good. All right, so I'm going to put this aside for a second because I want to show you something else that I did also in between. I don't know if you can see that there's a little, oops, they're stuck together. Why are these stuck together? There's a little circle underneath there. And all I did is actually emboss that as well with the deep sea, because when I originally put the butterfly right on top of the circle, but it was getting lost. So I needed something to kind of separate them. So I made my own embossed circle and I literally use this to emboss it. You can use anything to emboss. So I literally went like this. Oops. And 1, 2, and 3. And you can draw a circle. You can use embossing. You can use embossing ink if you want to. It's not a big deal. Now I'm just going to grab another paper because I just stained that other one. And oops, okay. And This is much easier. See? So it just grabs to anything. This is what I mean. You can emboss water, you can emboss ink, you can emboss spray. Anything goes. You don't have to buy embossing ink if you don't want to. Okay, oops, that goes for this, and that goes for this. Okay, and again, I'm going to emboss this part. This one I don't have to worry if it touches heat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically assemble everything. Elaine, which part you never thought to do? The circle or the embossed with anything, basically? You can literally emboss anything and with anything. So that means any surface can be embossed. Wood and paper, metal, like like you can emboss anything. And you can also emboss with any type of product. Latin, hoots, yeah. Se puede embosar con cualquier cosa. Se puede embosar con agua, con líquido, con spray, con pintura, con pasta, con todo lo que sea. Y se pueden embosar cualquier tipo de superficie. I was just telling them that they can emboss any type of surface and with anything. Oh, yeah. It just was easy. But truthfully, the original circle that I did, Elaine, I didn't do that. I actually went and traced the actual circle and then added ink inside of it. But then I figured, oh, do I need to be exact? Does it really, really matter? So it didn't matter. So I just did it like this. And I'm not going to be exact on the on this. And what I like about this is that the green kind of mixed up with the deep sea. It looks really, really nice. It almost looks like black, but it has a hint of that like bluish. And the reason I'm allowed to use it, it's because I think you're allowed in nomadic souls to use black and white. I hope you can. Otherwise, I might have not followed the challenge properly. But Nuneka can tell you whether or not you can use black and white. I think black, white, and gold, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. But feel free to try any type of embossing on anything. I'm not a huge embossing person, because I don't make cards. But I love using embossing stuff for my mixed media stuff. And as you can see, I'm not being exact. Who cares? Yes, this goes under the butterfly. I'll show you in a second. We're going to assemble everything in a second. I just wanted to make the circles. Does it really matter if they're not perfect? No, it doesn't really matter. Okie dokie. So let me move everything aside. So we have the three of them like this. Let me show you. Now I'm going to show you fun stuff. So you can actually see this is kind of drying. Oh, I forgot one step. Sorry, before we assemble, I forgot one step. So I want to show you another cool trick. And this is how to make the edges. So usually you know that I love making edges, but the edges usually cannot be done. Like I have a hard, you could use just like a paint or gesso or marker, but I want to show you another way to do an edge that is really fun. And I'm going to use the same embossing powder. That's basically what I'm going to use. So all you have to do is, this is actually still a little bit wet, but I want to wet the edges a little bit more with the same thing. Now, if you don't have like this dabber, don't worry about it. You can just use like literally, I'm just put a paintbrush with a little bit of water. Okay. Even show you that you can do that. Okay. Let's try and do that with water. Okay. Just to show you that you don't need the dabber. Okay. So basically I'm going to wet edges. Okay. And we're going to emboss the edges. So this is how I'm going to do it. Where did the embossing powder go? So I'm going to throw a little bit on my paper and basically round the edges through here. There we go. This is how you get it. And the crackle is cracking, and that's okay. I love this. I love this texture. Let me do them all. I'm even thinking maybe I can do this to save some time. So I'm putting some water. I'm going to round the edges like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the other edge. And the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. You see? Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but perfect meaning I got all sides. That's basically the best thing that I could do. And I'm going to put this back, even though it's a little bit stained, but oh well. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we have, now I know some of you have contacted each other to trade cards, and that's great. I'm happy to hear. I have some to trade. For those of you who have never traded with me, you can definitely e-message me and I'll trade with you. Si alguien quiere hacer una, intercambiar tarjetas con otros, tengo aquí las que no con las que no he intercambiado, tengo unas cuantas para intercambiar. Si alguien quiere, me puede hacer un mensaje, ¿ok? And you guys can trade with each other. Pueden intercambiar consigo mismos. Okay, so now that it's that, I'm going to dry I'm going to emboss the edges, right? Yeah, exactly. You can use, Mary Kay saying that you can use like ink pads. Obviously, ink pads is the #1 thing people use. Ink pads or, how do you call this? Or like, you know, those dabbers or the ink for embossing. But just giving you other suggestions that are not ink, okay? Just want to make sure that if you do, go and trade with people, please make sure that you send them, okay? That's okay, Elaine. If people want to, they can choose to send you if you're international. Like, it's up to you. You don't have to pull out unless you don't want to send. Yeah, I know. But if you guys want to exchange with Elaine, she makes beautiful ones. I don't know if you guys saw the one from the other day. So you can exchange with her if you guys agree, right? So if you guys agree to send, it's up to you guys. Like, if somebody says they don't have the money to send, that's a different story. But some people are willing to send. Yeah, nobody will be able to go to the post office in a little while, but just get them ready. So as soon as our little virus is done, we can go out and send to everyone, okay? So don't worry about it. Nobody can mail them right now anyways, but you can make envelopes, okay? Okay, so just so you know, like, you can exchange with anyone. It's just that right now we're not sending it them, okay? We're just kind of waiting on it. Okay, so now I have the borders, and now we're going to assemble. So the first thing I actually did to assemble, I love using texture, and there's different things you can use texture with, okay? #1, you can use like something like burlap, jute. I don't know. I didn't even have it here. I don't know. I had the burlap. I mean, it's like that, this kind of thing. Like, I don't want to show like this kind of like jute stuff, okay? The other thing I use, though, is something else. I like using jute, and you can also use any type of string, or like sewing string, or knitting material, whatever it is. Okay, but I use this. This is called sisal. Okay, and it's made for you can get it in like flower shops. Okay, and I put a link to some of that there, but only for I think it was for Amazon, because that's the only place that has them. And what I do is I just basically use it to put texture. Now, part of the quote from that from the Nomadic Souls Diaries was that artists basically create out of the box. So to interpret that, besides the colors and everything else and the ATC part, is that I like this because this was kind of spilling out of my card, out of the box. Okay, so there's the quote and how I interpreted it, which is, I guess, a little more out of the box than most people. And that's basically how I did it. Now, let me see. Right now, okay, so I cut 3 little pieces of this. And let me show you how I'm going to glue them. So from now on, I am going to be using soft matte gel for almost everything to glue everything. You can use you can use Mod Podge. You can use even regular white glue if you want to, okay? It's up to you. I should put it on this side. So what I did is I actually basically did this, okay? Put the glue on the background and just stuck it on. And I like it messy. Okay, there we go. Whatever sticks, sticks. Whatever not, it goes away. Okay, yeah, it comes in many colors, this sisal. And you can buy it in flower shops, I know for sure. Anywhere, in many different parts of the world. So in English, it's spelled with an S, but I think in other countries, it's spelled with a Z. Sisal, like the Z part of it. Okay, so just gluing this part because that's the part that I have the most fun. Once you arranged all your embellishments, you can just go ahead and start gluing, okay? So by now, these should not be hot, so I can just kind of put this on. Now the glue is all sticking out. Now, just so you know, with soft gel, the matte gel dries clear. If you want it all clear and you don't want to see the white part, then you have to buy matte gel. Doesn't matter which type, but it has to be matte, okay? If you want it to be like glossy, then you buy the glossy gel. I prefer matte. I like adding gloss in a different way. Most of the time I buy matte. But a lot of people love gloss, so it's a personal preference, okay? Oops. There it went. Let's just use it for that. And I use my fingers a lot. If you don't like that, use gloves. Okay. I use wipes instead. So I'm just going to go like this. So just kind of clean what's at the top, at the surface, so it doesn't look like so messy. Okay. Then I'm going to add this circle. And you can pop it up as much as you want. Okay. So I'm going to have 3 more cards because I made these. I might make them a little bit different. So I don't know if you guys care. I get bored making the same cards over and over and over. So I might make other cards if I end up with a lot of people to trade with. I'll end up making other cards. Okay. Voy a hacer otras tarjetitas por si acaso. Oh my God, Elaine. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You're just so, so kind. Thank you. I'm just like in awe that some people are just so, so kind to me. And it is true. Like my husband is not working now. I mean, literally YouTube is like our income right now and it's not very high. So I can't send any post right now, but after my husband goes back to work and hopefully my YouTube will pick up with all the lives that I'm doing, that I will be able to send all these cards again. Lo que Elena ahora acaba de hacer es que me mandó una donación de $10 australes y ahorita que mi esposo no está trabajando, el YouTube es lo que estamos ganando solo de YouTube. Yo sé que muchos están en esa misma situación, pero yo voy a mandar todas las tarjetas cuando ya termine esta cosa que está pasando. Ay, Nuneka, you're also amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias, Nuneka. Eres la mejor. Thank you, Nuneka. Okay, so I'm just gluing. Estoy pegando todo. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are like, you know, bless you. May you be healthy and your families be healthy. And I pray that for all of you that are here, that your families and yourselves will be healthy in this time and always. Rezando para todos que estén todos muy sanos y salvos. Okay, so I want to show you what I do with some of this. So I took out some glitter, okay? And what I do, this is a Finnabair glitter, but any glitter will work, even from the dollar store. And I'm literally just sprinkling a little bit. So while the glue is still wet, it will just stick to whatever part of the glue that is still wet. Okay. So that's what's nice about it. It will stick to whatever things are wet. Besides that, I have a really cool technique, and I really love doing this, and I'll show you what it is. You can get any type of beads. These are micro beads, okay? And you can add them to your background. I like adding them with the gel medium the same way, but the way I do it is by using a paintbrush. I find that I can control this much easier. So I take a little bit of gel medium, okay, and use either an old paintbrush or like a dollar store paintbrush, something really cheap, okay? And you just dip it inside and you just add it here. I'm going to explain it in Spanish now. Me gusta poner las bolitas con gel medio. Entonces lo único que hago es que pongo un pincel viejo o un pincel de muy barato y lo meto en el gel y después lo pongo con las ¿cómo se llaman estas? Yo qué sé cómo se llaman. Beads, bolitas. Estoy poniendo bolitas. Nuneca, dígale cómo se llama esto. And thank you, Elaine. Yes, thank you. I know. I'm helping you guys get through it, but I'm also helping myself get through it. So we're helping each other. That's basically what it is. We're helping each other in this time. So we're all helping each other. Okay. So I just keep on going and just adding texture. I love texture. And it's just so easy to do that with the paintbrush, okay? It's more controlled. I can control it more. So somebody, if you want, share my Hotmail email. If anybody wants to email me, they can email me, and I will trade with you an ATC, since I have so many now. Karen, I think I have one already sending that is going to you because you won last time. So I'm trading you that one. So if you want to trade one back, that would be great. I already have your email. Anybody else who wants to trade that hasn't traded before, only because I have a number of them. So if I know Marcy, Elaine, Susan, I'm sorry. Oh my God, Graciela, you're like an angel as well, another angel. All of your angels, even if you're supporting me by just by being here, I really, really, really appreciate it. I can't believe how generous you guys are being. Thank you. Gracias, Graciela, de verdad que están muy generosa de tu parte y de verdad todos ustedes son unos ángeles. Todos son unos ángeles. It's just Susan, it's the same. It's KarenTamir@hotmail.com. That's all it is. It's the same as my name. My name at hotmail.com. So you can share that, or Simpatico, whichever one you can share. Susan just messaged me that she doesn't have my Hotmail account. It's just the same. So you guys can message me if you want to trade. Graciela, I'd love to trade with you if you're making any. Chris, I've already traded with you. Chris, ya yo te di una, así que ya lo hicimos. No, for Nuneca, I want to trade with you because we only did coins. I don't know what I sent you instead. I don't even remember. But yeah. But I'll send you one of these or any of them. Anything. Okay, so you see what I just did. The other thing I like doing is adding a little. So what I did is I wanted to add something in the center. Oops. And you can see I added a little arrow here, una flecha. I added here a little Roman numeral. So anything goes. You can add a little key. You see, like I could add a little key there. I could add like, what else do I have? I have this Roman numeral. Basically anything goes. And everything is still moving, but it will dry up once I let it sit there and dry, okay? So I'm going to put the Roman numeral here. The key, I think, is too big, but it would look nice, but I'm just going to leave it. I have another Roman numeral that I have. These are the Finnabair ones. These are the Roman numerals that from Finnabair. So what, you know what, I have a box full of goodies, like full of metal embellishments, and that's basically where I find everything. I just like search through. I have little how do you call this? I'm thinking of what I'm saying. Oh yeah, I have all these embellishments and charms and things like that. Yes, so anybody please message, you have my email there, and message each other too. I know there are a lot of people that wanted to trade. I know Marcy loves trading, and Elaine, if you guys are willing to send to Australia, or I think Michelle, she said she was in the UK, Nuneka and all the other girls are in Spain, if you want to send as well. So that's really nice. So, and you can see the glitter, right? I don't know if you can see. They keep on getting stuck to each other. Ven la escarcha. Look at the glitter, how pretty it is. And you're not going to see this. This is going to be dried up white. I mean, clear once it's done. What else? Oh, really important to talk about. Okay, so let me just talk about this. Oh, wait. Sorry. Before I talk about that, let me just talk about this. I want to put some kind of sentiment. This is the Tim Holtz small talk. And let's see, I'm gonna get some black sentiments. Hold on, no, well, they don't have to be bad. I guess this one is still, I use the same one, but that's okay. And I'm gonna use some glue as well. It's like gel medium. Oh, we have a few minutes to just finish it up. Okay, so you want to make sure they're stacked properly. Is David still here? Did I ever trade one with you? If you want, I can trade one as well. I know, or I'll just send you one because you're sending me the brush. But I'm not sure if he's here still or not. What else? Choose to shine. I like that. ¿Sabes quién tiene libretas de frases en español? No sé si hay. Joana Rivera tiene, no estoy segura. Yo sé que tienen sellos, pero pueden printear algo del internet. You can print these sayings from the internet. You don't have to like buy these if they don't, like they're asking if there's something in Spanish like this, and usually there isn't, but maybe some people have, or you can just print something. So yeah. So you can print, pueden o sea, imprimirlo del internet o escribirlo. Let's see, be amazed. No, don't like. No. I need one more. Have an open heart. Okay, let's see. This one is too long. Stay strong. Oh, that's the good one for now. Let's see. Okay. Gracias. Okay, so there we go. Now I want to talk about what goes in the back, okay? Búsquenle los de Joana, pregúntenle a Joana Rivera. No, ella no tiene. Yo voy a preguntar si tiene, y si no le voy a decir, oh, Nuneka, tú los deberías hacer. Eso es lo que debería hacer Nuneka, es imprimir esos. Okay. I want to talk about this for a second. Okay. You see this sheet? This is an 8.5 by 11. Esa es una página regular, okay? You can make up to 10 ATCs by cutting them this way, okay? I have this sheet that actually Susan made for me. And you can, if you want this, just to show you how it works, you don't really need this. You can just cut, you know, you can measure and cut this way, or just take a picture of it now on your phone so you know how to cut this. And you can, this is how you can get 10 sheets. 10 ATCs on one sheet. But what's important is basically this, and this is what goes in the back, okay? Esto es lo más importante, lo que va por detrás. As you saw in my last video, you saw that a lot of people did not put their names on the ATCs, and I didn't know who they were. So this is really important. And I know that if you want, I mean, you can put whatever you want. You can even handwrite it. But if you want this sheet, I made one like this, and I made a little bit of a different one with, like, it said artist and it's who to and from. And I can definitely send you this sheet. Just email me in the same email. If you want to exchange, just email me. Even if you don't want to exchange, just send me and I can send you this. Solo para en español, esto debe estar por detrás, no este específicamente, pero tu nombre y toda esta información, porque si no, la gente no va a saber de quién es. Entonces tienen que, por favor, poner algo, porque no sé si vieron mi video de la vez pasada, pero había mucha gente que me ha mandado ETCs y no sé de quién son. Entonces sería muy bueno. Y si quieren que les mande esto, les puedo hacer. Si no, Luneca les puede hacer una en español. En realidad les puedo hacer una en español también. Saben que a las que quieran en español se las hago en español. ¿Ok? Les cambio todo esto a español. I said that I will change this into Spanish for those of you who want it in Spanish. Okay? But you need to put your name and at least some information so you know who is it for. So again, put my email there, Karen Tamir. Just make sure it's Keren. Yeah. So that makes sense. And these are the ATCs, basically. As you can see, these will dry up. There won't be any white on it. And these are, oh, this is already, look, this is almost dried. You see, it took about an hour to dry. So this is what I mean. So now what I'm thinking is, because I can make them a different color, just because I love green, but like truthfully, I mean, this is not dry yet, but I could maybe make these a different color just to be original. So there is my email, karentamir@hotmail.com. And Janelle, yeah, you should go watch it, because I think I was thinking there was a card of yours there. So yeah. So there it is. Anybody who wants to email me, please feel free to email me. If I don't respond right away, or within a couple of days, that means that I didn't get your email. So please, please, please email me again. So, por favor, mándeme un email. Si no respondo en 2 días, eso significa que no recibí el email. Por favor, mándemelo otra vez, o me hacen mensaje en Facebook. Please message me on Facebook if I don't respond to you, because some people might not know, right? So just wanted to say something about the Crackle paste. Once it already starts crackling, you can then heat set it. So I could heat set now, because now that it's already crackled, it's okay to heat set it. But you can't heat set it from the beginning. It won't work. Okay? So Nuneka, you can translate that part, and I'm going to just talk about something else. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming. I really, really, really appreciate it. Sí, lo voy a hacer en español. No te preocupes, hago las páginas en español. So if you want to trade with each other, please email each other. Contact yourselves on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you are, or ask me. I have some people's emails, not everyone's, but I have some people's emails, but I can also message them. Contáctenme si quieren darme, o sea, intercambiar esto. And I really appreciate it. I'm sorry about all the translations. I was trying to do it in 2 languages, because I know I have a lot of people that are following me in Spain and other countries. You guys are amazing. Son las mejores, de verdad. I'm really, 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 really love you all. Okay, this is the universal language. Love, amor. Universal language, el lenguaje mundial. And it's so important that we keep each other safe. And when I mean safe, obviously we cannot physically keep each other safe, but we can keep each other mentally safe. We can support each other. We can be there for one another, and just keep the peace between everyone. Look, she just put paz. That's her name, but it's exactly that. Peace is the most important, and love and understanding and support. That's so, so important. And thank you. And stay safe and stay healthy, and just talk to your family, talk to your friends, and just, exactly, love, hearts, everything, love. I love you guys, and I am really, really appreciative you coming, everything. Oh, and the most important thing, besides playing in Nomadic Souls Diaries, and also in the Joggles monthly challenge, you guys should really do that and tag everyone. Remember this Saturday, este sábado. Remember this Saturday, starting at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, que son las 4 de la tarde, en 4 de la tarde el sábado, starting in this channel, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're starting an all-day stream. Nuneka is going to be there. Tiffany's going to be there. Finnabair is going to be there. And so many more people every hour from 7 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So basically the whole day, okay? One after the other, you can hop between people, and it's all going to be inspirational stuff to keep you going through the day. So please, please come join us. Hopefully, like we'll be there for each other. Nuneka, I can help you translate because I'm sure you're going to be doing it. I don't know. It's going to be in English, but some of us will translate. I'll be there to translate for some of you. Voy a estar ahí para traducirles a los que pueden, lo que necesiten. Si están ahí todo el día, voy a traducir todo el día. Entonces, por eso, ¿ok? Thank you so much. This is the world, and the world is a heart. Bye. Love you guys. Bye, everyone. Which